Alright, so we're starting this job. We're going to try and replace this carrier bearing as quickly as possible. Here's the idea. We're going to take this spicer. We're going to loosen up the U-joints. We're going to take them out. We're going to support the drive shafts with jack stands. We're going to pull it off, and hopefully it'll just come right out. It'll be a super easy replacement. It's never going to be that easy, but let's go through what we need to do first. So make sure your wheels are locked, your parking brake is on. Do not let this thing roll over on you. Safety is third, so you get your parts, your tools, and then safety. Very important. Alright, now I've got it in neutral just for now in case I need to turn the drive shaft, but then I'll put it back into park. So just keep an eye. You know, this is where the kind of dangerous part is. That's why you got to have it parking brake on and chock. Alright, let's talk about the plan here. Plan is to get this carrier bearing off, because you can see there's a lot of play in it. Getting a lot of shaking when we go down the highway. Okay, so we're going to put jack stand here, jack stand here. Make sure to mark up where everything comes together, and the goal is we can get this one, and this one out. Use our bearing press to push these in, then hopefully drop the drive shaft back there by undoing this. And what I hope is I'm just going to be able to rest the back drive shaft on this jack stand, this drive shaft on this jack stand, and use our bearing puller, pull this guy off after we undo the nut that's in here, and out we go. All right, so you can see here that I use my little paint pen. I've got one mark down here, 2-ish marks here on this side, so that way I'll know where they go. And now it's all right, so the way you get these guys out, you put in your pliers, you squeeze, and it's not usually really easy with the phone, unfortunately. So you put it in, you squeeze, and you pull it out, and it comes on out, hopefully. While it was mounted up here, to get it all the way out, I think we're gonna have to drop it down. So next part is dropping it down. I have my jack stands ready, and let's see what happens. We've got let's see if I can include you in here. Got 14 millimeters right here. Got the big Milwaukee. Alright, we got number one off, sitting right here on the ground. Now we gotta push it back through. I was gonna do it again. I'd make sure that my thing was completely level so that I could get it from both sides. Unfortunately, not gonna happen this time, so I use the socket, set the impact on this side. Okay, well the good news is once you get three of them out, the fourth one just came out, so now she's gone. This right here measures out to be a 15/16. You can see it kind of slightly indented there. Hopefully it'll just come right off with the impact. I'm sure it's actually metric, but all I have is a 15/16 right now to get it with. So let's see what happens. All right, so we got our yoke puller on there, the puller, and just pulled it right off. And then now we're gonna pull this guy off, and hopefully that's gonna get us in good shape here soon. Yeah, just make sure you mark up absolutely everything. It's one of those fun points. So here's the jaws on here. We're gonna do a 2-pole and just see what happens. We'll probably break the rubber off, and then we'll have to pull. You have to switch over to the 3-jaw. So I pulled out the middle. You can see that it's still up here, but we'll get it next now with the 3-jaw. So then we'll get that off, and we're ready to put our new one. Okay, so we got our new one. I just slid it on there. Got the old one off. I found this washer that came off with it, and I think I'm gonna put that here just to push up against it. Next thing to do is get our yoke on here. So I put some markings. I had to go back and kind of figure out where everything lined up. So do your markings, mark everything, mark everywhere and everything, because yeah, oops. Anyway, so we'll put that on. We'll screw it down, and I think that we'll put our lovely bearing back on. I did it with the spicer facing this direction. It seems like it's multi-directional. Best I could tell, it shouldn't matter. And then I just did it because the Toyota is on the back on both of them. Toyota was facing away. So we'll see what happens. Lock it over here and hammered it on a little bit so I can get some threads on it. And get our nut. Put it back on. I'm going to get some Loctite for it. And we'll make sure it's on there nice and snug. Alright, finally got it back together. What a pain in the butt. Had to go get a U-joint. The other one was kind of shot when I was playing with it. But back together, now we'll try it out and see what happens here.